Hi there Pokefans, I am your humble host Joseph fan and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. Today we are taking on Psychic Harry. As you saw in the end of the previous episode, we just caught his attention and today that fight starts. Luckily I started with Scrafty in this battle. But that didn't help me anything because he got me with a single attack. Granted, Scrafty is weak to fighting type attacks, which is stupid because he's a fighting type himself. He should be affected normally or 1.5 times by fighting type attacks and not 2 times. So we're just reviving Scrafty over there. We should have a protect or something. Okay, let's go for Shadow Claw with Chestnut. That almost took out that Mary-chan. Why didn't I remember his name before I actually saw it on the screen? I mean, I've been playing it since the first generation, I should know some of these names. Yeah, let's learn Aura Sphere. Should we do it in place of Me First? I think so, because Me First doesn't actually benefit us at all. At least now, Lucaria has a proper attack, instead of Power Up Punch. That means I could forget Power Up Punch later on. I wonder if I would have been able to use the bike on this little track. I doubt it, but it would have been nice to be able to. Okay, yeah, fully restored Chestnut over there. I think full restores is all that I have left, which is a problem. Okay, this doesn't go anywhere. There's another teleport style. Now, am I going back or am I going forward? I think this gym challenge is specifically designed so that you don't actually know whether you're going forward or backwards. Okay, there's another trainer to fight. Let's fight him. Come on. Hey dude, I'm trying to get your attention over here. I thought you're supposed to be psychic. So now we're taking on Psychic Arthur. And he starts with a Reuniclus. Now this is a bugger because it has an insane amount of bulk. The advantage is he probably doesn't have very many fighting type attacks. He might have a Focus Blast, but Focus Blast in and of itself isn't a very accurate move, but Dizzy Punch on the other hand. But I think Dizzy Punch is a normal type attack, not a fighting type attack. And I do hit myself in confusion. What the hell was that? Was that a pain split? What did the pain split actually do? Finally snaps out of confusion. I could have used the full restore, that would have healed my confusion. But then I'll just do another Dizzy Punch and at that point it will be a battle between who has the most restoring items and who has the most PPs. That is the kind of battle I'm fighting in any case, most of the time, but at this point he will win. Infernape grows to level 45. Okay, so who's next? Okay, let's not keep pushing the wrong bloody buttons. This is becoming an expensive exercise for me. Okay, which one do I have to go to? To this one or that one? I think this is the correct one over here. Past Arthur over there. Okay, here's another Gym Trainer over here. Let's go with Gym Trainer. And this time we are fighting against Jinx, which means either our either our Dark type or our Fighting type attack will do sufficient damage to Jinx, because Jinx's Psychic type attacks isn't going to do anything. And we outsped and got her in a single attack. On the other hand, I wonder if she managed to outspeed us and she got us with a lovely kiss, and then ended that with a double slap or something like that. Or not double slap, a wake up slap. Might be an interesting strategy or moveset to have. Okay, Maniac Melanie, ex-Maniac Melanie, God of War, our worst enemy. If she goes for a Fairy type attack, there's no way Scrafty survives that. I should have given Scrafty a Focus Sash or something. Granted, I don't have a Focus Sash at the moment. She just goes for Calm Mind. Why does she go for Calm Mind? Any Fairy type attack would have done the job. Now this Crunch shouldn't take it out, and it didn't because of the Fairy typing. Another Calm Mind. I just wish they applied the same kind of principle to me, where a Fighting type attack doesn't take out Scrafty immediately. Okay, so that wasn't too difficult. This Maniac went for the wrong moves. And considering she only had one Pokemon, if I was in her situation, I would have immediately gone for Fairy type attacks. As a matter of fact, if I was in her situation where I only had one Pokemon to use, I would have ensured that I would have ensured that I had Fairy type attacks. That is what I'm trying to say. Should we switch out? Okay, let's switch those two at least. This might be a difficult fight. I don't know what to expect from her. I can't remember what she uses. But I'm going to use Scrafty, or leave Scrafty up front. It's my best option, I think. But I think I'll be using the rest of the team to switch out between the rest of her team. She starts off with a Flying and Psychic type in Sigilyph. Crunch should do well enough. Now she goes for a Barrier. Now Brick Break would work awesomely over here. And I do have a Brick Break. How fortunate is that? She goes for Air Slash. If I survive, bloody hell, I flinched. Come on, what the fudge? Do another Big Break. And of course I don't survive. Because why would I? Okay, Lucario, you're up. Let's do the Mega Evolution like always and go for a Focus Blast. Now the question is this Focus Blast gonna hit? Or not Focus Blast, Aura Sphere. The Aura Sphere hardly ever misses, but it hardly does any damage at all as well. Let's revive Scrafty over there. I wonder if she's going to go for Psychic. Yes, she is going for Psychic type attacks. Okay, it wore off. I don't have any revives left, which means that was just about the limits of what I could endure. So all of these is actually a mini fight in endurance, like the Pokemon League. Now let's attack first, you bloody a-hole. Don't flinch. Don't bloody flinch. At least we didn't flinch. Now we're going to faint again. Watch. Ah, she goes for a potion. How much does Crunch do this time? Ah, I think we got her stuck in a restore loop, which means she won't be able to use those restores on her other Pokemon. Ah, this time we got the high roll and took out this bloody stupid Sigilyph. So on the other hand, we've been fighting her with about 8 Pokemon, whereas she only has her normal 4, I think. Now I didn't actually read the dialogue this time, so I don't know why I'm switching to Chestnut. It's probably because she's using a water type. Yes, she is. Slowking. Okay, let's go for a Seed Bomb. And that took out the Slowking in a single attack. That's a bit more like it. And Scrafty goes to level 44 as well. Mystic is next. And Mystic is a pure psychic type. Let's go for Shadow Claw. At least we have a Shadow Claw. And she goes for bloody Fake Out, which makes me flinch, I think. Yes, at least I gave my Grass type a Rocky Helmet. Special attack, Rose. Okay, that... wait a minute, why does she only have one Pokemon left? Okay, that took out my bloody Chestnut in a single move. Okay, Scrafty, you're up again. And there's no healing for her this time. I think Crunch is going to do the thing again. She goes for a bloody Shadow Ball. At least that doesn't do very much damage. And we did it. So I wasn't paying much attention, it seems, even though I was giving live commentary. Because I've defeated her, and the only Pokemon I remember her having is this... no, I'm wrong. I do remember everyone. She started with a bloody flying type that gave me all the troubles in the world, and then she went over to her water type, which already featured in the battle, and then she went to this cat, which also gave me a little bit of trouble, but that is because it could attack me, that is why. Okay, she's doing a lot of talking over here. She just teleports me to the entrance all by herself. That is nice. There's a Team Flare Grunt over there. And he's having a conversation. No, Serena, we can't fight right now. That girl wants to fight all the time. She doesn't even care what I want. I just want to get a nice room in a hotel somewhere and spend a little bit of naughty time. On the other hand, I think it's because I have an adult mind and she still has a kid mind. I thought girls grew up faster than boys. As always, if you wanted to read any of that dialogue, just go back a little bit and then pause the video, and then you can read all of the dialogue as it goes by. Let's see what these two grunts have to say for themselves. Hey, I'm trying to talk to you, woman. Okay, so let's go to the Pokemon Center first. If we can get to the entrance. And we have done it. I think let's switch out the Pokemon a bit. Lucario is my weakest, but Poliwrath is my weakest. I'm not going to use Lucario all the time, he's just standing in for my legendary. Have any of you already thought who my legendary would be? Okay, let's fly to over here. Okay, we can't get there just yet. Terminus Cave, can't get there either. Okay, so these are all the names of all the locations I can go to. So let's see how this goes. So I needed to find my bearings first. Because I don't actually know where I'm supposed to be going. I do know that I have to go get to this tower over here. And then from there I can probably find my way to the correct cafe. Because there's a Pokemon, not a Pokemon, a Team Flare grunt that is marking the location. Yeah, there it is. It is also kind of hidden because the only marker I have besides this grunt over here is the fact that it is close to a Pokemon Center, right at the tower. So if any of you in the future want to play this game and you need to find this cafe, that is basically how to find it. Okay, what do you have to say for yourself? So all pretense is gone. We now get to fight the staff over here. And he starts with a Scrafty. I'll just use my Poliwrath and let's see if his Focus Blast is actually going to hit. I only get 5 of those. And it does hit. Amazing. But it doesn't take him out. That's a pity. Let's go for Body Slam this time. That is a more accurate attack. And he had so little HP left that there was no chance that wouldn't take him out. Okay, Poliwrath grows to level 43. And he wants to learn Mind Reader. Actually, that is a good idea. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. But it ensures that my attacks hit. It's an awesome attack to have, but am I going to use it? Why do I take away Body Slam? That is the one attack that I had that could actually ensure that I take out the Pokemon on lower HP. Now all I have left is Surf and Focus Blast. Now don't get me wrong, Mind Reader makes your next attack 100% accurate. Okay, let's stay over here. It's a pretty lady. Why is she over here doing what she's doing? There's no reason for her to get her pretty little behind in the trouble she's got herself in. Okay, let's ensure that we hit and take perfect aim, and she goes for a taunt, which means that I just got my status attack off just in time. So now the Focus Blast should hit 100% of the time. There we go. So for those of you who are wondering, Mind Reader does the same as Lock On. Now I wish there was a stronger fighting type attack that was the same as Focus Blast that required me to use Mind Reader, because now my Mind Reader is my Focus Blast is a 2-turn attack, and for the amount of damage it does, it doesn't feel worth it. But it is definitely more worth it than missing a couple of times. To that same end, I wish that Zap Cannon did a lot more damage than it actually does, like 200 damage or something. Because 2 Thunderbolts does the same, does more damage than 1 Zap Cannon. But now we're going to fight Lysander over here. He starts off with the Mind Shoe, which is a fighting type attack, Pokemon. Pure fighting type. I think it's based on a weasel or something. Okay, I'll go for another Mind Reader. He goes for a high jump kick and misses. On the other hand, Mind Reader could actually work for a high jump kick as well. It ensures that you don't kill yourself halfway in the process. On the other hand, if you waste a turn doing Mind Reader, your opponent can just take you out on the next that turn if his attack is super effective. Let's go with Inferno because he's the one with the Thunder Punch and the Iron Fist ability. Okay, Murkrow, even though I can take you out with a fighting type attack, I'm going to take you out with an electric type attack, taking advantage of your flying weakness. Courier grew to level 43. Next up is Gyarados. In all fairness, I should probably stay with Infernape, even though it'll probably be weakened. Okay, Poliwrath, you're up. None of the water-based attack is going to do you much damage, and you can absorb the Intimidate. Since Intimidate doesn't actually do anything to Poliwrath. It goes for Outrage. How much damage does that do? Now this is what I was talking about. The fact that I used Mind Reader over here is probably not going to help me much because I'm going to be taken out right now. Just like that. So that was a wasted Mind Reader PP. But now that Gyarados is locked into Outrage, I can go to Infernape and do a Thunder Punch, which is 4 times effective, without having suffered Intimidate. And even if that attack didn't take him out, he would be stuck with a couple of more turns of Outrage, which means he wouldn't be able to do a water-based attack against my Infernape. Now that is basic Nuzlocke strategy that I've been seeing the last couple of years. Did I need to do that? Probably not. But was basically the best strategy I could use since I don't have anything that is super effective against a flying and water type Pokemon like Gyarados is. So against Pyro, I'm going with Hawlucha, and I'm going to go with my standard flying press because Pyro is a normal and a fire type. It doesn't actually take him out, so he gets an opportunity to perform a Fire Blast. Luckily I don't get the burn, even though it does a tremendous amount of damage to me. But the next attack should take out the Pyro. And there we go. Hawlucha grew to level 44. I'm starting to like Hawlucha more and more. I'm not going to give him the high jump kick, even though it's a stronger attack than flying press, because flying press is his signature attack. That is the word I'm trying to get to. Facade. Okay, what does Facade actually do? Attack moves that doubles its power if the user is poison burned or has paralysis. Okay, let's do it in the place of feint attack. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but Facade is... I probably said it a million times before, but Facade is a very good attack to use in conjunction with a Pokemon that has... what is the thing? What is that ability I'm trying to think of? Guts, that's the thing. Guts and Facade together, and then you just need to get some sort of status condition, which is not sleep, because you can't attack while you're asleep. That'll work awesomely. Now we have to explore this base, because he is locked himself up on into the upper floors, and he's locked the lift. So now we have to find a manager or something around here that has the lift key. Okay, I have some hyper potions at least. Okay, you and you both get healed with a hyper potion, even though a hyper potion yields 200 points and I only needed 72 at that time. Okay, so I can't actually go through those areas over there, so I have to go on this spinny tile over here. I can go through this spinny tile as well, but let's just fight this lady and get it over and done with. She starts with a Swalot. Now, at this junction, it would have been very advantageous for me to have a psychic type. That hardly did it. Okay, it goes for stockpile. Is it going to use Swallow or is it going to use Spit Up? Mud Shot hardly did any damage at all. So let's see how much damage Surf does. About the same. It goes for a Spit Up. That hardly does any damage to me. Let's see if I do another Surf, how much damage that does, since his defenses are now lowered. That takes him out. That was quite convenient. Poliwrath grows to level 44. And I've defeated this Team Flare Grunt. She can be glad that this is a kid's game, because falling like that just lands a girl in trouble. Granted, she is protected by a lot of material, so it's not all that bad. How on earth do I get by here? Okay, so what am I supposed to do? All of these things... I didn't even see that bloody teleport tile. Hey lady, you're standing in my bloody way. Anyway, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.